Hi everyone, it's Christy, and I'm here to attempt a flip-flop journal. We'll see how this pans out. My envelopes have a big, deep thing here. I'm not sure quite how well that's going to work, but you know what? We can always mat over that and it won't have that. So first, I remember, okay, so this comes from several sources. The first one I saw was from Shawcraft One, and she sent me back to Genevieve Designs, and I watched hers, and she sent me over to 507 Willow House, I think that's journals. And so I watched a bunch, and then I did a search and came up, and it's basically the same format, but everybody's envelopes are different. Everybody's crafting style is different. So I just wanted to attempt this. And I think I'm going to use the Heritage collection that I have because I still have a ton of that left. But I had these envelopes. I only had one with a window. And so we're going to see how this goes. Okay, so this was folded back this way, and I believe that makes a flipper on the other side. And you know what, I'm not going to really worry about it too much, but I know this goes on this one. So I'm going to attach that first. I filled up my glue bottle, and you know what, if it doesn't turn out like they have said, it's just envelopes. If it doesn't turn out like theirs, that's okay. We'll make it work. I really love how it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Eclectic, and yeah, I'm going to put that about, try to stay, I want it a little bit lower, so I'm going to stay down about there. So that gives us this, and then somebody I saw actually opened this and kind of made a roll up here, but I'm going to leave that just for a moment. We'll see what we want to do later on. Then we have this, okay, that's been folded to the back, and then we have this piece that we have opened, okay, so this flap is going to stick inside of there, so let's put some glue on that piece. This AAA bill happens to be just about the right size. Well, I mean, it's off like a 32nd of an inch, so let's get that in there. And try not to make too big of a mess. Get that in there. I said it was about the same size, but then as it happens, it doesn't want to fit all the way in there. But I think that's okay, because as we're matting and flipping and folding, I think that'll be okay, because it's about 1/8 of an inch here and here and here, and that'll give me a little bit more room. It looks like a hot mess when you start this journal. I did get a little bit of glue somewhere. That's what I'm trying to find, where it's here. There we go, because I came up to the edge. So let's get that off. But everything gets covered up eventually. This is not exactly straight. I want to get that a little straighter. So maybe it'll be easier to pull this piece out just a smidge. There we go. Because I want to make sure when I'm rolling that up that it's going to be even across the top and bottom. Alright, so slide this over. I know you're not going to be able to see this. I've taken one of my envelopes and folded this up. Now, if I remember correctly, this is attached this way, and then we're going to trim this one a smidge. So I think this is going to get trimmed probably 1/2 inch. That's about it. because I'm gonna need most of that. But this, to get that to attach that way, yeah, I think I will. Okay, so this camera said it was 2/3 full, and it lasted, what, 5 minutes? Whatever. I think my son has convinced me to just forget about this Minolta camera. It's been one problem after the other. I hope I'm not crooked. It doesn't look level. But maybe dig out my old Motorola phone and just use that to record on. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so where was I? Okay, we attach this to this piece. That's going to be, it's going to fold back like that for the front. But we want to make this little roly-poly type thing. So I think what I had decided to do was to put, I don't know exactly where the, they're not the same. It's not all the way across. So I'm going to do this edge and then do this edge here. And I think that ought to give me enough hold. So I've got kind of a shadow. If I can fix that or not, let's see. Oh yeah, that's better. No, that's not better. But, you know, I'll just do what I can do. And right there. Hopefully I don't have a bunch of glue on my mat. A little bit. Well, I can get that off. It would be easier if all the envelopes were the same size, I suppose, but the whole point of this project is to use up your leftovers and to use what you have, so that's what I'm doing. I had a ton of these, and I used them for something, and I'm not too worried about this because it's all going to get covered up anyway, but okay, so this goes this way, and then I'm going to cut this off. Okay, let me get my trimmer because I want to make sure that's straight. And let's see, I think I'll just do on the 1-inch line here. That way I can, well, that's the thing, you can't even trust that it's straight. So let me turn it around this way. Ow. I stuck my finger right on that blade. Okay, no blood. All is well. Those blades don't seem sharp sometimes when they're cutting, but if you get your finger on it, boy, oh boy, is it sharp. Alright, so I want a straight edge. That one's kind of rough and rugged. I did not do very well. So I said I was going to cut off about 1/2 inch. So I think that's what I'm going to stick with. And maybe I'll line up this fold. Then I'll know that's straight, because I don't know how straight that is. And then that's about 3/4 inch I'm cutting off. And like I said, I'll put a full piece on there so you won't notice that it won't be funky. Okay, and then I'm going to cut off. Do you see why they call this a flip-flop journal? Because you just flip-flopping everything around. Oh, there is blood. Shoot. Sorry, guys. Look away from the camera. Let me get a Kleenex here. Okay, let's try this again without any more injuries. How many times have I used this? Never cut myself. Oh, I shouldn't say it. I should not say it. Okay. Where were we? Alright, let's flop this thing back around. We have this piece that goes on the front. This folds back like that. Okay. Then we have this one. A little bit of glue here. Just want to glue down all these pieces that are going to drive you insane. Because, you know, why? Why have to continually deal with these things popping up? Okay. And I think these are pretty good. All right. So now we have flip, flop, and this does not quite make it. Looks like this envelope is about 1/4 of an inch, but or not 1/4 of an inch, about less than 1/8 of an inch bigger. It's 1/8 of an inch where that other envelope overlaps. Okay, however, yeah, so this rolls up into here, and I think that'll be okay. I might modify this just a smidge because, well, no, because it folds right on the, I could have trimmed this piece off a little bit, but it folds right up to that lip. And then let me just use my bone folder to kind of press it out this way, because we're going to have things sticking out everywhere. This is a sticky outy journal. And that's one of the things I love about it. It's very, I don't know, eccentric. All right, so if we put a small envelope here, and it looks like this used to have some other, okay, so that rolls up like that. This is going to be like that, and there's that flipper. So this is going to go here. I can put it over the top and line it up with the other one, which would kind of be about there, right? Let me see. Yeah, pretty good. All right, so let's open that and do that. So I'm going to stick that there where I want it, and then I'm going to open that flap and get some glue on there. I hope I'm doing this right. But like I said, if I'm not doing it right, then, you know, it's just different. They don't all have to be identical. And okay. All right. So this will be the back. I'm going to write that on there like Jennifer did because I'm directionally challenged. This will be the front. Okay. So we have this like this. There's a pocket here. We are going to line this pocket, okay, and then cover it. We'll put an image back there and collage around it. Maybe put a pocket down here. We'll see. And then this piece rolls. This will be our roly-poly portion. We will have a journal here. A journal here. No. There'll be a journal here. And there will be a journal here, I believe. And then there'll be, when we flip this, what did I do wrong? Oh, okay, let's do this. Let's do it like this. Open it back up. This rolls up, and then, yes, this will be the back side. There'll be a journal here. But let's put this last flap here. Now this one's kind of a smaller envelope, and I'm just going to kind of draw where I want to cut these pieces off, and I'm going to cut slightly inside that line. All right. This one has a little window. If you want the window at the top, you can put this on this side. Could just slide it in there, couldn't I? If I folded, you know, this could go on forever, but you could fold this, stick this in here, okay, make a flap, and still have another flap. The possibilities are endless. But I think I am going to, you know what else I need to do? Top. Because, yeah, like I said, I get confused. So this, how did I do this? I folded it back like this. Yes, that's how I did it. Okay. Get with the program. I'm going to center it top to bottom. I don't like having the tape bits sticking out. So, all right. See if I got that on right. I think so. I don't want to go over that line. I've got a little bit too much glue, so it's sliding around. Let's get it where we want it. Push it in, and I think it's close enough top to bottom. I kind of like these image things at the top where the windows, images, the windows. All right, now I still have a flap. So what do I want to do with the flap? Do I want to put another envelope on there? Sure, why not? And I think I'm going to seal this one, the envelope. And then slice the end off of it and stick it in there. I think this one was supposed to be there, but, you know, oh well. All right. Do I have glue? No. Let's get the cutter out. And I believe that puts us at 7 envelopes. I'm not sure. I think I said 4 and 2. But I think this is 5 and 2, so that's 7. And so we will stick this on here. It should fit right on there. Yeah, it will. Okay. So we'll do one side and then we'll fill in on the other side. Probably didn't need to use this whole flap, but that's okay. I could have trimmed it down to like an inch. Okay, let's go on there, get it all lined up, like so. And I went ahead and laid it down because I don't want to glue it. You need that little space there to make it work properly. All right, so then we'll come in here on this edge and glue that down, and we can see inside. I'm not using this one as a pocket, just a flap. In fact, I think this is going to be just like a solid page, and then this one I think we cut open and make it another kind of roly-poly type thing. So let's do that. I have this works really well with a bone folder. If you have a letter opener, it'll work better. I find that this is too sharp, so it cuts where I don't want it to cut. This is a little too thick, but this Martha Stewart one, I don't use it for scoring because it's so sharp, and it works pretty good on this. So let's come along here and just open this up. Now watch, since I'm doing it on camera, it'll give me a hard time. I don't mind if there's rough edges. I think it kind of gives it a little character, like torn paper, etc. So there we go. All right, and then this one doesn't have the those long pieces because it's not my regular stationery. So I'm going to cut this off just to make it straight. Let's see how I'm going to do that. Let's do it like that. And I'm going to fold all these pieces back, maybe. And I'm going to line up like I did before. I'm going to line up on this line so I know that is straight. That's not as far as I want. Let's do about I want it to be about right there so it can make it straight. Let's do it right on that line. Yeah. There we go. Pretty straight. All right. So let's see if we can do this back the way it goes without, okay, that's the back. Let's find the front. You know, when you watch the video, you're like, how hard can this be? And then you start putting it together, and it's like, it can be confusing. So this is our front, okay? And then this is going to fold around backwards, like that. Then we're going to have this page, which has what I'm calling a roly-poly. You know, this is going to bug me, and I'm just going to trim it off. And if I want an extension piece on it, I can put an extension piece on it, but it's going to bug me. I know it. So let's see. I'm just going to line up that best I can. Hopefully it'll be straight. Let's line it up there because I think that side's straighter. And get this right along there. Okay. Yes, I know it's just a little flippy now, but the paper doesn't have to be a little flippy when we get there. Okay. Try this again, Christy. Get your act together. Front, flip, okay, pocket. And then this opens up this way so that we have this. And then this rolls up like this and like this, and that gives us the back side, in which we have this piece, which I have some excess glue here, and then we have this opens up, and we have this piece here, and we have this piece which opens up. Okay, so I don't know where all the journals are going to go. We will play it by ear and see how it works out. So anyway, if I haven't confused you too much, come back next time and we will start decorating this. Thanks for watching. Bye now.